Hello and welcome to X Witness Awake. I am your host, Jonathan. I hope that you are doing well today. You ever have that funny feeling that maybe you didn't hit the record button on your phone? I kind of did that. I've been talking for a bit and let's go back into it. We're going to talk about community today. But first, let's run the old introduction and here we go. All right. Community. What does community mean to you? What does community mean to me? When we were active Jehovah's Witnesses, we had a big community. We would have brothers and sisters in the truth, and we could count on them, and we'd visit and have fun. We could visit people in other um, kingdom halls, other circuits, even other regions, and we always had something in common, right? Well, that community went away for many of us, whether it be someone who is disfellowshipped, someone who's disassociated, um, someone who has faded. There are those who are still within those communities, but they are not really having a good time of it. It's bad for their mental health because they're PMO. They're ones who have woken up and being around the indoctrination so often. There's a fly. Mm. Um, it is bad for them. But community, anyway. Um, so that's one community. But as I mentioned, many of us have lost that. So what do? You form your own community. You find those who are ex Jehovah's Witnesses, ex evangelicals, ex cult members, and you get together and you discuss things and you have a good time and you make friends. It's really healthy to do that. But if unless you've been living under a rock, you're probably aware of certain scandals that have happened within the community that have been very polarizing, very divisive. Um, yeah, so you got people who are in column A and people who are in column B, and you sometimes kind of keep to yourselves, right? But is that good? Not necessarily. It's good to be with like-minded people because you can be supportive for one another, can be supportive to one another, but it's not good to be in an echo chamber to where everybody's like, "Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah." Sometimes you need to have a little sometimes you need to have a little bit of a difference of opinion and to be comfortable with that difference of opinion so that you can have interchange of ideas that you wouldn't have necessarily with a group where they're just mirroring their beliefs. So there might be a certain someone that um you really show some support for, and that's fine. But if you find that you can't take somebody disagreeing with you, is that healthy? You have to be able to listen and understand, come together in thoughts and ideas, and then you grow, you expand. Um, so you've got that sort of scenario, but you might have somebody that you enjoy their content, and the people in your friend group, they're just like, no, you like that person? Ooh, they're terrible. They've done X, Y, or Z. They're a scumbag. Da da da. Um, is that right? Okay, well, everybody's entitled to their opinion, so, they can tell you that if they want, but you are entitled to your own thoughts, your own opinions yourself. See, when you were in, you had to follow what the brothers said, and you had to do it basically without question. You could ask questions, but they had to be approved questions. They couldn't be the questions that are really troubling you or may have troubled you. To do that would get you in trouble. It would be considered apostasy, and you could get kicked out for that sort of thing. So it's not healthy to be in a position to where you can't question things. You need to be able to question things. You need to be able to think critically about things because if you don't think critically about things, then you could find yourself being influenced by something else that could draw you in. So, you could be, you know, uh, out of out of the frying pan and into the fire when it comes to dealing with a high control group. You could find yourself being drawn into another high control religion, or not even a religion. It could be a political thing. It could be self help. It could be any number of things. But you have to be able to decide for yourself what is right for you. Um, so if you like, there's that fly again. If you like the stuff in column A and you personally have thought about it and decided that um, you can separate a person from the content that they provide for people, and it is something you find beneficial, something that is encouraging to you, something that gives you something to think about, then the people in your group should not be able to basically peer pressure you into not consuming that content. That is, I keep hitting this thing. That is something that is solely up to you to decide because we are free moral agents, and that is our prerogative to decide what is right for us. Everybody is different. Everybody has their own set of circumstances, life experiences, hardships that they've gone through, and only you really know what is right for you. You can take information from someone else, some advice, and, weigh on it and decide if that's something that merits consideration further. And, maybe you can let it affect you in a positive way. Or you can decide, nah, I'm good. This is my life, and I'm going to live my life the way that I see fit. And as long as you're doing that as a as long as you're doing that as someone who's not being self-centered and selfish and just not caring about other people, and you take into consideration how your actions and your thought and your speech affect other people, that's healthy. In the organization, essentially everybody's sort of a Borg, sort of a robot that just do what they're told without any real consideration for what's going on. Because people will try and wake them up by saying, "Hey, this is happening. There are assault cases that are being covered up. There's the United Nations that they became a part of for a 10-year period." Pick your point that you might tell them, but if they're not ready to accept that information, it's not going to do any good. So, you don't want to be in a position to where you are just going, "Uh-huh," and following the crowd. You have to use your own heart and your own mind to decide what's right for you and live your life accordingly. So, I feel like I made a point. Did I? Comment below. But anyway, this is what I have to say. As you know, I generally don't script these things. This is sort of what goes blah out of my heart and mind. and hopefully you found it useful and maybe entertaining. I don't know. I need to do some skits. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm actually working on some things. Speaking of doing skits, um, okay, maybe not skits. Uh, I have had my circumstances have been every which way. I've got work and family concerns, but also my livelihood is tied up to physical labor and cleaning. So I've put some consideration into it, and I really love doing this sort of thing. I love talking to people on YouTube and TikTok and all these other places. And if I do it right, enough people will want to watch what I have to say or what I do, and maybe I can make a living at this. So I'm going to find ways to put a little time here and there into creating certain things that won't necessarily be anything to do with ex Jehovah's Witness stuff. Um, I would like to do some creative writing and do stories. So I may, in the near future, have a short story podcast or some sort of video feature, probably on a different channel, so that it makes sense. I love to sing. It's fun. And it's good for what ails you. So I may record some music. I have mentioned that in the past that I miss making music. So I may be doing that. So we'll see what I come up with. I hope that whatever it is you'll like and you'll follow me over there. So when I do record something and I post it elsewhere, I will make you guys know or make you guys aware of it so that hopefully you can take a peek and come on over. If you're interested in any sort of creative artwork or designs or anything, I've also decided I'm going to make illustrations and stuff and make it available for purchase if anybody's interested. So, t-shirts and mugs and stuff and anything that I can create, I'm really happy to do. And if you like it, you know, buy me some coffee and you'll have a shirt or whatever. So anyway, that's all I've got for today. I hope that you have an excellent weekend, and I will catch you next time. Please like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. And bye for now.
You heard the man, don't forget to subscribe.